Josh. I'm Amberly. I'm a social worker here at the Salvation Army. Your doctor sent you to me because you had a couple concerns during your last checkup with him. So I just need to ask you a couple questions, do a couple assessments on you. It'll only take about 20-25 minutes of your time. Is that all right?
Yes.
All right. So this is just some basic information about you. I also want to make sure I have your date of birth right and your address and everything. So it says here that you were born August 8th, 1995?
Yes.
Okay. And you still live in Terre Haute, this address? Is this the best phone number to get a hold of you at?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you have any children?
Yes.
Yes? How many?
One.
Just one?
Mm-hmm.
Is it a boy or girl?
Boy.
Boy? Oh, how old?
5.
5?
Mm-hmm.
Aw. What's his name?
Merrick.
Merrick? Okay. You said he's about 5?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Does he live with you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, so I just need to ask a couple questions about your source of income, and that way we can refer you to the best resources that our agency has to offer and give you the best possible care. Is that fine?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So what do your wages look like? About how much do you bring home a paycheck?
A paycheck?
Yes.
1,100.
1,100. Is that every 2 weeks or is that every week?
Every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks? Okay. So you don't get, do you get SSI or anything like that? Do you get any TANF? Any child support?
Mm-hmm.
Are you and your spouse still together?
No.
No? So you get child support from them?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How much is that?
600.
600? Is that a month?
Yes.
Okay. What about your food stamps? Do you get qualify for food stamps?
No.
No? All right. Do you have any other kind of income that I didn't mention?
No.
No? Okay. What about your expenses? How much is your rent or your mortgage?
600 a month.
600?
Mm-hmm.
What about your gas bill?
For like my car?
No, for like your house, your Vectren.
For the whole year, like $555.
For the whole year?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. And how about your electricity?
200 a month.
200? Okay. And your water?
100 a month.
100? Okay. What about your sewage?
25.
25? What about phone bill?
145.
145? Okay. Do you have car insurance or house insurance?
Yes.
Okay, how much is your car insurance?
A month for both is $350.
350? Oh, so that's both of them included?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you have cable or Netflix, Hulu?
Mm-hmm.
You do? How much approximately is that total?
$55 a month.
50? All right. How about internet?
$79.99.
$79.99?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a car payment?
Mm-hmm.
How much is that?
$200.
200? All right. How much do you pay in gas for your car?
Probably $20 a week.
$20 a week?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How do you go out to eat often?
No.
No. When you do go out, approximately how much do you think you spend a week?
30.
$30 a week, probably. Okay. Do you smoke or drink?
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Awesome. Any other expenses that I didn't mention?
Nope.
No. Okay. All right. So we're gonna after you leave today, I'll figure out your total income versus your total expenses to see if you meet the poverty lines or poverty guidelines and see what kind of help that you actually you do qualify for here at the Salvation Army. And I'll be able to give you that phone call today. But we're going to move on to another one because initially you came in here. Well, your doctor sent you here. Not going to be that one. Okay, so since you do have a child and you do live on your own, you do qualify for our Pathway of Hope program. Are you interested in joining that? It's a program that helps teach you like budgeting skills. It helps refer you to other resources, like if another church is having a like a dinner for like single dads or single moms, and helps them learn how to change a diaper, learn any new medicines that are coming out or new natural remedies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is just it's just is a measure of hope for you, just to see how you're doing being a single father. Okay. Do you have a positive outlook towards life? 1 being strongly disagree and 4 being strongly agree.
4.
4? That's awesome. Do you have short or long range goals?
Yes.
So, how
4.
strong are those, do you think? 4? Do you feel all alone? 4 being strongly disagree, 1 being strongly agree.
1.
1. So you do feel all alone?
No, 4.
Sorry. Okay, sorry. That one kind of flip-flopped on me. I couldn't quite. I can see possibilities in the midst of difficulties. 1 being strongly disagree, 4 being strongly agree.
Read it again.
I can see possibilities in the midst of difficulties. So you see kind of like the positive outlook in life.
4.
4. I have faith that gives me comfort.
4.
I feel scared about my future. 4 being strongly disagree, 1 being strongly agree.
4.
I can recall happy and joyful times.
4.
I have deep inner strength.
3.
I am able to give and receive caring love.
4.
I have a sense of direction.
4.
I believe that each day has potential.
4.
I feel my life has value and worth.
4.
All right. Just have a couple more to go through with this one. No, this one's the same. Okay. So this is just another little one. It's just about your mental health again, just kind of like the last assessment that I did. But this one is just over the last 2 weeks, and it goes from 0 to 3. 0 being not at all, 1 being several days, 2 being more than half the days, and 3 being nearly every day. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
All right. You have little interest or pleasure in doing things.
0.
I feel down, depressed, or hopeless.
0.
Do you have trouble falling or staying asleep or sleeping too much?
1.
Are you feeling tired or having little energy?
1.
Do you have a poor appetite or you overeat?
0.
Feel bad about yourself or that you are a failure or have let yourself or your family down?
0.
Trouble concentrating on things such as reading the newspaper or watching television?
0.
Moving or speaking so slowly that other people could have noticed, or the opposite, being so fidgety or restless that you've been moving around a lot more often than usual?
0.
Thoughts that you'd be better off dead or of hurting yourself?
0.
Right. So. You mentioned that several days you have little interest or pleasure in doing things. Have any of has those days made it difficult for you to do what you need to do, like going to work or taking care of your son, or
No.
no? Okay. What about trouble falling or staying asleep or sleeping too much? Have you ever slept in and missed work or been late to work, or
No, it's more trouble falling asleep.
just falling asleep?
Mm-hmm.
Do you wake up really tired and no, you don't? No.
Mm-mm.
Oh. Let's see. Feeling tired or having okay. All right. See, told you it would be quick and easy. Okay, just one more, and then you can be on your way, and I'll give you a call later this afternoon. This is again over the past 2 weeks. If you've, it's also 0 through 3, and it's just about have you ever been bothered by or just notice any of these following symptoms or issues: feeling nervous, anxious, or on the edge;
0.
not being able to stop or control worrying;
1.
worrying too much about different things;
1.
any trouble relaxing. Well, you said earlier about not being able to fall asleep. Is it just not falling asleep, or can you feel like you can relax? You just don't.
I just can't fall asleep.
You just can't
So
fall
I'd say
asleep.
0 on that one.
0. Being so restless that it's hard to sit still.
0.
0. Becoming easily annoyed or irritable.
1.
1. Feeling afraid as if something awful might happen.
1.
1. Okay. So you mentioned how you for several days you put a 1 on not being able to stop or control worrying. Does that take a toll on your work or your family life or anything like that?
No, I'm just more worried on my child hurting themselves.
Yeah. I think every parent worries about that, especially with the toddler.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy sometimes.
Right.
I have a niece who absolutely crazy. She'll jump off the roof if she was able to get up there. So do you think maybe the lack of sleep kind of makes you a little bit more annoyed or irritable?
That and worrying all the time about their safety.
Just being a parent?
Yeah.
Feeling afraid as if something awful might happen. So would you correlate that back to being a parent? Yeah. Okay. So would you say that any of these symptoms of the worrying, the not being able to sleep, and do you think any of that has made it not difficult at all, somewhat difficult, very difficult, or extremely difficult to go about your everyday life?
Not very difficult.
Not very just kind of get used to it, don't you? Okay. Okay, I just have a couple more questions for you. So you are eligible to do our food pantry today. Would you be interested in that? It's a everything. We actually have a lot of really good stuff. We have like rice and like nice cereal, and spaghetti and spaghetti sauce. Would you be interested in doing that? Okay. So I'll have one of the volunteers start up it's just you and your son in your house again? Is that correct? Okay. So I'll have one of the volunteers make you up a basket for that, and then I'm just gonna go through one more assessment with you, and it's just based on our food pantry. It's not about.
Okay.
So it's just one child. You said Merrick and he is 5. You said.
Mm-hmm.
You said. Did you say that you received SNAP benefits?
No.
No. Is it because you don't qualify, or you just too much of a hassle?
Too much of a hassle.
Too much of a hassle. This is your first time ever going to a food pantry, right?
Yeah.
Ever using a food pantry? Okay. How would you say your budgeting skills are when it comes to your grocery shopping and how you make your food last?
Really good.
You think they're really, really good? Awesome. That's good. Do you know how to make multiple different meals with food?
Yes.
Did you have to travel far to get here?
No, not really.
No? Okay. How'd you
15
get?
minutes.
15 minutes? Did you drive?
Yeah.
Did someone drive you? Okay. So, where would you say most of your food comes from? From your income? From family, friends?
My income.
Your income? Okay. Did you ever have to skip a meal because your household was short on food?
No.
And you've never been. Do you lack any basic tools for cooking and preparing your meals, such as like spatulas or pots, pans?
Yes.
You do? Which ones? Because we might be able to set you up with some if we have any.
Some utensils,
Some utensils?
like spatulas and spoons and whatnot.
Okay. You ever been to any of the hot meal locations around here that some of the churches set up?
No.
Would you ever be interested in that, or do you?
No.
No? Okay. Do you have any suggestions on how to help prevent people from throwing away some food that they get here?
No.
No? Don't know any? Okay. All right, Joshua. So, why don't you tell me a little bit about what do you have any like routines that you do to help you with your worry?
Yeah.
Yeah? Why don't you tell me about those?
I just make sure my son is always taken care of, always
Yeah.
watched.
Yeah. Are you interested in just hearing about a couple that I know of that personally work for me and that you might be able to try at home, like
Sure.
work out? One thing that I like to do is, because I have a child as well and I understand what it's like to be constantly worried about them. One thing that I like to do is just know, are you, do you have a faith or anything like that you do?
Mhm.
Do you mind me asking what
Christian.
church? Christian? Okay, I'm Baptist, so that's pretty close.
Mhm.
I know that I feel like God always protects,
Yeah.
you know, us and everything, and so I do. That helps take off some of my worry. I don't know if that's how you are or how
Yeah.
strong your faith is. I won't talk too much faith with you.
Yeah.
Another thing that helps me get rid of some of my worry is whenever I put my child to sleep, I just go downstairs. I like to de-stress by reading some of my poetry books or writing my day out in a planner. You know, like write all your worries out in like paper, throw it away, burn it, watch it burn, and it's a feeling like watching your worries and all of your problems just kind of like disappear, and it's very what's the word I'm looking for? It's very like almost like exhilarating. It's like, oh, it helps a lot with my stress. Putting on a lotion that the smell feels like
Yeah.
is familiar or anything to me. Do you like to do any outdoor activities or like exercise? Or exercising is really good for you, a really
Yeah.
good stress reliever, and but yeah. Do you have any other questions for me?
Nope.
For here, like I said, let me go over the details of this expenses and income report, and I'll be able to get back with you later today about what kind of other resources we can refer you to or that you qualify for or anything like that. Is that okay?
Yes, that's fine.
All right. Well, it was very nice to meet you,
Nice to meet
Josh,
you too.
and I look forward to getting back in touch with you.
All right, thank you.